All right, good morning, good afternoon, whenever this finds you. Welcome back to the Men on Fire daily devotional video podcast. It is December 21st, just 4 days until Christmas in 2020 here. So, for anyone new joining, the goal of this channel is to get men back into reading their Bible and spending time in prayer daily with God. Just 5 to 10 minutes per day, nothing too heavy, but making that connection to our lifeline is very important. I've always found that beginning my day does wonders for me when I do this, even when I'm not in the mood for it or wanting to believe that it'd have an impact. It actually does. We're on day 7 of 7 of the aptly named Men on Fire uh, devotional. We're same place I got the name for the channel. So really like the title, and I really like this devotional. I'm sad that it's over, but we'll pick another one going forward tomorrow. So let's start with the devotional, and then we'll get into the scripture. So day 7, the fire of God. So this week we've explored how men on fire are alight with the fire of heritage, finding the good in their past and building on it, the fire of battle, fighting for self-mastery and for the victory of good over evil, the fire of destiny, striving to fulfill the purpose for which we were made, the fire of friendship, hooking in with a band of brothers who can make us better men, the fire of love, persevering in our most crucial relationships, and the fire of legacy, investing in others. But there's one more fire we must consider, the fire of God, that is, submitting to and worshiping our Maker. We must connect with God if we're going to become the men we are made to be, if we are going to have the fires of noble manhood burning in our lives. And the reason is simple. God made us. This means He knows how we run best. He also designed us to function in connection with Him. To try to be good men without Him in our lives is like us trying to be elite athletes on a diet of cupcakes and Kool-Aid. It just isn't going to happen. What I've just said is true of all human beings, yet I want you to hear this truth and apply it to yourself as a man. God made you a man. God made the nature of manhood. God created the way you think as a man, the desires you have as a man, your strength as a man, and your purpose as a man. He is intimately involved in all that you are as a man, and He is eager that you emerge as a righteous, fulfilled man. God makes us men on fire as He realigns our inner mechanisms as men. He heals us of our wounds, He gives us resources we would not have on our own, and He grants us the authority to do what we are made to do. Yet above all this, He fills our lives so we are no longer fighting an inner vacuum, no longer moving through this world like crazed addicts trying to get a new fix to cover the ache. He fills us with Himself. This is how He also makes us men. It is time for your heart to be on fire with the presence of the Maker of men. Seek the Lord while He may be found. Isaiah 55:6. Choose this challenge that is right for you. If you've been distant from God because of an offense with religion or some other force, come home. Get connected. It's time. If you are a man of faith, but you find yourself without help from that faith for being a man, then make the changes you need to make. Good men are standing by to help. Find them. Isaiah 55:6-7. Seek the Lord while He may be found. Call upon Him while He is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return to the Lord, and He will have compassion on him, and to our God, for He will abundantly pardon. Wow, this has been an amazing devotional, and I love how seemingly appropriate, almost coincidentally or serendipitously, how this fits in with what we're trying to do here. As we know, that's not coincidence at all, that's God's signpost that we need to look for. The fire of God is what we all need in our lives, whether a longtime believer who grew up in a church setting, who knows all the right answers, yet hasn't been spending consistent time with Him daily, or perhaps you were betrayed by the church growing up, or maybe you have never known God at all. Any of those situations is okay. As we've learned, there are other men in your life and around you with which you can form a community. You must reach out. You don't have to have all the answers or try to be accountable alone. That's just too difficult. And that's not how we're meant to be. Community can be that support structure for you. Remember, we are looked to as examples of how to be men by our families and friends and others on what is right and good to do. Keep spending time in the Word and in prayer, and we'll see you in the next devotional series coming up tomorrow.